And you hear the bus? Do you hear the bus and the thud? We can't see past the end of our own noses. It's about, I'm going to come to church because it's about what I need. And I don't want to spend any time with you through the week. And I'm not going to carve out time to pray and read my Bible, but I'm going to come and I'm going to pray for my unsaved loved ones that need you. I'm going to toss up some prayer, and then I got to get out of here because I don't want the steakhouse to get too crowded. It's not going to cut it. And this is going to resonate in your eternity. It's going to resonate in my eternity. Let me tell you all something. I wouldn't have wanted you to know me about 3 years ago. Some of you in here knew me 3 years ago. I wouldn't have wanted you to know me 3 years ago. I'm a different person because I had a mother and a father and a grandmother who were praying, who were getting a hold of me and getting a hold of him. And Holy Spirit did a work on me. I was miserable. And I pray that kind of misery on some people I know who need Jesus, because I was miserable. I had come to the end of myself. I was a drinker. I drank. And have you ever heard somebody say, well, I just do it to take the edge off? That's what I did. I drank to take the edge off. And next thing you know, I'm taking the edge off every day of my life. And because of the prayers, and because of the way I was raised, and those things that will not depart from your child, you cling to that. You cling to that because I'm proof. I'm proof. It will not depart. But because of that, I came to the end of myself. I can remember the night. I can remember what I was thinking. I had gone to go hang out with some friends. We were going to drink like we always did on a Saturday night. I didn't want to. I was mad that I didn't want to. Come home early. Yeah, I mean, it's just true. Come home early and get on the couch irritated, just irritated, hanging out with my dad. And Dad goes, I'm going to ask you, I think you need to go to church tomorrow. And I'm like, yep, I'm going. Yep, I'm going. And I was almost, and honestly, I can remember thinking, well, you're going to have to help me get up in the morning because I can't even remember the last time I got up that early on a weekend. And do you know, at 8 o'clock Sunday morning, I was awake, bright-eyed, bushy-tailed, and coming to the house of the Lord, and I didn't even know why. I didn't even know why. And was it this big, huge, miraculous, she come to Jesus moment? No. No, I had to let him heal my heart. It was a process, I'm not going to lie. Pastor Rick played a bigger part in it than he even knows. He would touch base with me at times and ask, what's going on? What are you thinking? And I was just so transparent. I can remember telling him, I want to feel something. I don't feel anything. I come and I'm not entering into worship, and I know it's not about what I feel, but I want to feel something because I feel nothing. And he shared some books with me that changed my life. There's one called The Indwelling Life of Christ by Sir Ian Thomas, Major Ian Thomas. And it changed my life. And let me tell you something, young people who have been raised in church, or to you parents who you raised your children in church and they're not here now, can I tell you something? They go through seasons where they're evangelically house trained. I don't know any other way to put it. They're evangelically house trained, which means it's not even a moral thing. It's just the culture they were raised in, what's right, what's wrong, and they're going to go by that for a little while. But as soon as they get out in the world, as soon as they go to college, as soon as they join the military or the workforce or whatever, we don't see them back in the house. We have a whole generation of them. But you hold on to the fact that you had them in God's house, and that you raised them in God's house, and let me tell you something, they will come to the end of themselves. And then that's when he gets to show them who he is, because that's what he did for me. At 32 years old, at 32, when I decided to give my life back to him, and I decided to get back in his house and get on good ground, I forgot everything that I was ever told about him. And I actually had to put out of my mind the things that I thought I knew about him or the things that I believed about him because it's what my parents told me to believe. I know that sounds crazy, but it's just true. He met me here. He met me with love, and he healed my heart. And he showed me who he is. And he will do the same for your children. He will do the same for your mother, your father, your husband, your wife, that person. You all have a person or several people that you're thinking of right now that need to know him for who he is. Let me tell you something, he will do it. I have been inserting that. I have been inserting that and praying that and hammering that to my girls at the rehab center. I'm like, don't take my word for it. Do not take my word for it on what he is and who he is and what he will do. Ask him to show you, and he will show you. And can I tell you that he is the love of my life? He is the love song that I will sing forever.